An experiment that proved honesty is a myth. His article is one of a series of experiments meant to teach students about how science is done, from generating a hypothesis to designing an experiment to analyzing the results with statistics. You can repeat the steps here and compare your results, or use this as inspiration to design your own experiment. Many of us have dropped food on the floor, then picked it up and eaten it. Some people even say that if the food has been on the floor for less than 5 seconds, it's probably still clean. But does time even matter? The latest DIY science video tests whether that 5-second rule is true. The results show that bacteria are everywhere, and they are not waiting before hopping onto your food. In fact, our bologna grew plenty of bacteria, even if it wasn't dropped at all. 5 seconds, 50 seconds or 0 seconds made no difference. In the first blog post, we came up with a hypothesis to test that food picked up off the floor after 5 seconds will collect fewer bacteria than food left on the floor for 50 seconds. To test this hypothesis, we dropped bologna. Then we figured out how to measure how dirty or clean the bologna was by growing bacteria in petri dishes. We needed 6 groups of dishes. One was a control. One grew microbes from bologna that had never been dropped. The other 4 hosted bacteria swabbed from bologna that sat for 5 or 50 seconds each on sections of clean and dirty floor. Our second blog post described how I performed the experiment, from dropping the bologna to growing any microbes that were on the food. After each drop, I swabbed the meat carefully and rubbed the swab on a petri dish containing agar, a gel-like substance bacteria like to munch on. The plates then sat for 3 days in a homemade incubator, which kept them warm. Counting colonies on each of those 3 days, I photographed each plate with a smartphone. I made sure the light was the same for all my images.